मनु मम्मी करना बोलो।
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the webinar series of Global Association of Physiotherapy. This month's webinar series was on knee joint, and today's our webinar is on knee assessment, which is taken by Dr. Manisha. So let me introduce Dr. Manisha in this. Dr. Manisha is the executive member of Global Association of Physiotherapy. She is currently practicing in Rashtriya Chemical Fertilizers Government Hospital, Aligarh, Maharashtra. So let's start the webinar on knee assessment. Please, Dr. Manisha,
Yes.
start your webinar.
I'm audible to you. Hello.
Yes, madam, you are audible.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, all of you. As you all know that the knee joint series are going on. So the basic anatomy is covered, right? Okay. One sec.
Excuse me, madam, can you enlarge the screen?
Yeah. One sec. Okay. So the basic anatomy is covered. The muscles of the knee joint is also covered. Common knee injury is also covered. Now the today's topic is for the basic test and evaluation of the knee joint. Okay. So in that we first check the range of the motion active or passively. Anterior drawer test, valgus varus test, Apley's compression test, Lagman's test, Swift test, posterior swag test, and McMurray's test. So first of all, when the patient coming to you with the complaint of knee pain, we have to check the range of motion actively or passively. Actively, first ask the patient to lie down prone and tell him to flex his knee, means bring the knee heel towards the butt and then extend it, looking for the pain in either direction or inability of the movement. After that, we have to check it passively also and looking for the same for the pain in either direction or inability of the movement. Next is the anterior drawer test. In this, the position of the patient is supine line. In that, 60 to 90 degree of the knee flexion. In order to stabilize the joint, we have to sit on the patient's foot to provide better stabilization. Grasps the posterior aspect of the knee, places the hands on the middle and lateral aspect of the knee, with the thumb just below the midline of the tibia. In this case, we have to pull towards the anterior aspect of the knee. And this we have to check bilaterally, compared, and feel for the anterior transition of the tibia. Now in the posterior drawer test, the position of the patient is similar as it we done in the anterior drawer test. Only the difference is that we have to apply the pressure force on the anterior aspect of the knee joint. What we have done in the anterior drawer test, we pull the anterior aspect of the knee joint. We pull the anterior aspect of the knee. But in the posterior drawer test, we apply the pressure force on the anterior aspect of the knee. Again, check for the positivity, that is the anterior entails the pain and the positive laxicity. Next is the valgus and varus test. In this, patient is lying supine with the 30 to 90 degree of the knee flexion. This is very important test for checking the lateral collateral ligament injury or the middle collateral ligament injury. Valgus test is basically to check the middle collateral ligament at the knee joint. So in this test, ask the patient to lie supine with the knee is in fully extended position. In that, place one hand below, at the lower end of the tibia and another hand places on the lateral side of the femur in order to fixate the femur. Then just externally rotate the tibia and do passive abduction of the knee joint. Let's check for the excessive gapping and reproduction of the pain. While doing this movement, the middle side of the joint will be open and patient is complaining of the excess pain. In order to do the varus test, it is basically we are going to check for the lateral collateral ligament injury. In this, the placement of the hand in the first one hand is on the lower end of the tibia and place the another hand on the middle aspect of the femur in order to fixate the femur. Again, we are doing the lateral rotation and passive abduction in order to open the lateral joint of the lateral knee joint. When we are doing the passive abduction, the patient is complaining of excess pain and see for the gapping of the knee joint. The another is the Swift test. Swift test is basically also known as the Hydrops test or the knee effusion test or patellar Swift test. In this, we have to check the joint effusion around the knee area. So we sweep the middle aspect of the knee, hold up to at the top, then sweep down it, then the lateral side of the knee. And we are looking for a little puff of the swelling and reaccumulation there. Basically, we are milking the swelling out of the middle compartment, and then we watch for the reaccumulation with the sweep down on the lateral side. Here we can grade the swelling. We can grade it by 0, 1, or 2, or 3. At the 0 degree, we say that there is a no effusion, and in the 1, it is the grade 1, it is a little effusion. In grade 2, large bulge we are seeing, and in grade 3, we can't even milking the swelling. Apley's compression and distraction test. It is very important test to rule out the meniscal and ligamental injury. Okay, in this test, we ask the patient to lie on her stomach and have the knee at 90 degrees of flexion. First, perform the compression. Apply the pressure at the bottom of the foot. Perform with the foot internally rotated and externally rotated. If the pain is increased, there is a meniscal tear. Again, perform the distraction by pulling up the foot upwards direction. Perform with the foot internally rotated and externally rotated. If the pain is released, then there is a meniscal tear. Here, I would like to add one more thing, that if the rotation plus compression is more painful and show the maximum rotation, then it is mostly a ligamental injury. And suppose the rotation plus compression is more painful, but the minimum rotations are there, then it's most probably a meniscal tear. Okay, the next is the Lagman's test. In this test, the athletes should be lying on their back with the knee bent at 60 degrees. Okay, then placing one hand above the patella in order to fixate the femur and another hand on the tibia. Bringing the tibia into slight external rotation and then try to translate the tibia anteriorly and posteriorly. If you experience a soft, mushy end feel, the joint laxicity of the ACL and PCL more is the positive. we should compare this on the another or normal joint also. Thank you. Any questions? Hello? Hello?
Thank you for the good webinar.
Assalamualaikum.
Hope everybody understood the normal test which has to be applied on knee joint while assessment of doing knee joint. So if you have any questions, please ask.
Hello, Assalamualaikum.
Yes.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I just want to ask if how to assist if the patient have what is one medial collateral ligament for the special test. How to determine
For middle
what assessment for that for that pain to determine the pain for medial ligament.
for the middle collateral ligament, we do the valgus test.
Yes,
Okay.
valgus test.
Yeah. So ask patient
Okay.
to lie supine with the knee is in extension, fully extended. Just place one hand at the lower end of the tibia and another hand placed on the lateral side of the femur to fixate it. Okay. Now to do the external rotation of the tibia and passively abduct the knee joint in order to open the middle aspect of the knee joint. Okay. Then check for the excessive gapping of the joint and reproduction of the pain.
Okay, thank you.
Is it clear? Actually, your name has not been mentioned. Please let me know your name, please.
Vagus test. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions by the participants? Okay, so we've finished with our webinar. If anyone having any questions, you can please WhatsApp on the chat box, chat or on the group, okay, knee injuries group. So your queries will be solved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.